Oh, get the stretch in there. Hey, Louisa, how you doing? Oh man, I. Ooh, it is hot. Carly, Carly, aka Star Chart. Hold on, give me a second. I got bit by a bunch of mosquitoes. Scratch it away. Pro tip in life: never get bit by mosquitoes. Best advice ever. Ooh, stretchy stretch. How's everybody doing today? All right. So, because you two are here first before everybody else, let me get your input on something real quick. Because if you're, I think both of you were here last time, and let me share my other screen real quick. I will be sending this out soonish. Classic Crystal Cozy Crystal Gamer, how are you doing? Oh my god, 17. Dang. That is a lot of months. Oh! Oh no, I'm just gonna, since you can't hear me. Enjoy the rehearsal. I can't spell rehearsal. How do you spell rehearsal? That's how I spell rehearsal. Care! How you doing? So, those that were here last time, aka last week, we made a little Google Doc together. This, I revised it off stream, and I'm gonna make it go live today, so y'all can put your information in if you want to participate. Here, I am good. I got a story for you in a second. But before I hit publish, I just want to go through this all with you to make sure it makes sense. I'm thinking about maybe doing merch in the future. If you sign up for this, you might be one of the experimental ones to say like, hey, this is good quality, this is bad quality. You like it, you hate it, you know? This is what that's there for. Maybe an occasional Christmas card, Thanksgiving card, random hello, you know? This is if you want to be part of this and you're okay with me having your address permanently on this document. Because before in the past when I gave stuff away, after I mailed it to you, I deleted everything. So, like, I know I mailed stuff to Carly before. I think I did. I don't remember where Carly, aka Star Chart, lives. I know somewhere in America. That's all I remember. Carly somewhere in America. I think Care is somewhere Western Europe. I don't know. I'm doing well. Just did some work with a wedding album and sent that off. Hey! Now just hanging out after celebrating a big 12-hour birthday stream. Ashton, did you? Wait. I missed that. Oh, I'm sad. YouTube doesn't notify me a lot anymore. YouTube used to notify me whenever Animal Crossing streamers go live. You know, all I've been getting with notifications is like, so-and-so disaster happened. So-and-so passed a certain big giant bill. So-and-so did this. The economy is collapsing. And I was like, can I get any positive notifications? Like during the pandemic, it was Abdallah Smash is live. Queen for Infinity TV. Wilbo's World. Ashland Pierce. Crunchy Island. So-and-so is live. Dongela is live. Now my feed is just sad and miserable stuff. And I idiotically click on it. And I know that feeds into the algorithm for the YouTube. So I've just been getting inundated with news about the car market and the housing market. I was like, oh man, this is not good. You have before. Love the idea. Yay. Okay, so I have. I am in Toronto. Where is that again? Was I close, Care? Her birthday was July 8th, but we saw. Oh, I gotta wish her a belated birthday then. Oh man. Ashlyn is one of my OGs. Like, she was one of the few people I actually spoke with before I even started streaming. Speaking of before I started streaming, the amazing Copper Valor. There's so many content creators. Oh man, I'll be honest though, when I first started talking to a lot of you all and other streamers, I was so nervous. I was like, I'm just some random person. Nobody's gonna want to do my races. Nobody wants to do my events. Not even close. Toronto, oh, Canada, Canada, Canada. Copper. So for everyone here that's lurking, just hang out for a bit because I want, if you want to do this, I want your information because I'm going to be testing a few things. So one, you have to be 18 or talk to an adult. If you end up moving, just resubmit the form. I'll delete your old information. So hopefully this makes sense. Full name, legal name. This is mostly if you're domestic. I don't need this. By domestic, I mean American. I forgot. The world does not revolve, even though it sounds like it does. It does not revolve around America. This is for those that are outside of America. For some reason, on the mailing I use, you have to put in the first and last name of the person. So, AKA care. Anybody from outside America, I need your full legal name. If I give you a gift card, yeah, gift card sometimes even, but Christmas card, instead of using your legal name, if you want me to say like instead of Carly, those that don't know, Star Chart's name is Carly. Over here, I'll be like, hey, Star Chart. So I'll be like, instead of saying to Carly, I'll be like, hey, it's a Star Chart. Whatever name you want in here, as long as it's appropriate for the most part. Yeah, usually why I make sure I turn on notification for that. Like, so here's the thing though, Star. Ashton is one of those. I actually have the stupid little bell thing ringing for every single thing that Ashton posts. I've not once ever got an alert for Ashton going live, posting a video or anything. Just I want to put it out there for YouTube. Ashton Pierce, I know for a fact, is one of those streamers that I have everything on ring, and I never get a notification. So, yeah. Preferred nickname. Email, phone. I think this is honestly more for the international folks. Marie, how you doing on this Saturday? This is more for the international folks. I think it has to do with something custom contacting you. I don't know. Am I gonna call you? No. Am I gonna email you? No. Maybe I'll add you to a spam list. Send you some random. I'm kidding. Obviously, I need your address. I did some research. Because apparently in America it's called city. In other places it's called municipality. There's districts, county, and commune. Pick one that applies to you, whichever country you're in. I didn't know it was all this. I'm just used to city only. Guys, when that happened, I go over to the page and see if I missed anything. I gotta start doing that. PC Brian! Every time I see your name, I always think PC Brain. I know it says Brian, but every time I see your name, I have to stop myself for a hot second to say like PC Brian, not PC Brain. So that's city right there. I need your state, aka province, region, canton, territory, depending on your country. I have no idea what country uses this stuff. All I'm accustomed to is state. And then obviously country. The postal code. And then if you're allergic to anything, just in case I sent something like peanut butter, I don't want to be the reason why you've seen the afterlife before me. Is there anything else you should know about the mailing? So if there's something specific I should put in the mailer, like some people I know have to put like third floor on there, or don't send glitter, stuff like that. This one's just more for my own sake. Like, yes, are you 18? No, so aka you're an adult. But if you're under 18, I want to just make sure you talk to your parents first. That some random stranger has the info. This is more of have you moved before you submitted the form? And then, do you like surprises? This is more if you sign up for this, I just need to know if you want me to send it and it'll just be a random mail one day for you, or you want me to give you a heads up. The only thing is, you will not be getting my address. So your address has to be on point because I talked to the post office. If you give me the wrong address like somebody did in the past, it would just end up in the post office where they just essentially throw it away. And if you're international, because I do need to use the post office a return address, I want to be using Cleo's PO box. So for everyone that's international, you'll be getting Cleo's PO box. That's funny. I'm allergic to peanut and that, and just had a dream last night. Oh no, I'm sorry, Copper. That's so... peanut allergy is like one of the worst ones. And then this is more social handle username. If you want me to contact you, that I'm sending you something, just for a way for me to contact you. if you don't put your email up here, I'm not going to text you. I'm not texting anybody. I want to contact you at your social media or Discord or whatever. So I think this makes sense, right? So if anybody's interested, I'm going to hit publish. Responders, anyone with link. Nobody will be notified when... Wait, what? What's this to mean? Nobody will be notified when publishing this form. Okay. Responders, anyone with link. Alright, so let me hit publish real quick. And then shorten URL. Alright, so if anybody wants to be part... Uh-oh. Can I pin it? Hold on. Pin message. Alright, that's for the giveaway. I'll put the link into the Discord at one point, but you all are going to be the first ones to put in information if you want to. No pressure. So that is the giveaway. If more folks come in later on, I'm going to re-explain this real quick, a short version of that. But in the meantime, I got a story for you while I clean up my island real quick. For those that were here last stream, what we're going to be doing is building Squid Games into this island. I'll invite most of you over to participate as the test subjects in the beginning before we invite streamers over. And hopefully by the time the island is ready to go live, we have some kind of Animal Crossing news. And then hopefully by then I'll also have a Switch 2. And then once I have the Switch 2, I can port this island over to the new one. And we can actually play Squid Games on the new Switch 2. Eventually. I would love a Switch 2, but they're so pricey. I am jealous of every single streamer I know that has a Switch 2. It's like, oh man, if I didn't have bills, I would have been right there playing Mario Kart with you. All right, so hold on. We are going to grab this real quick. So, I wasn't sure if I was... Ooh, hold on. I was going to stream today or not, because last week I shared with, I think, most of you, I had to get a root canal done. I decided to get the Switch 2 and Louisa, I'm so jealous. I had to get a root canal on. Actually, when was the root canal? It was a few days ago. And I think oh no, I did post a picture of it. Hold on. If anyone wants to know, this is my back of my mouth. if anybody's ever interested in being a doctor or a dentist, obviously your roots are here. That's connected to your teeth, to your gum line. This is what a root canal does right here. You remove the root and you put in a filler. Mama cat. Oh my, mama cat. 29 months. Wait, mama cat, hold on. I'm gonna hide this real quick. Mama cat. FYI, I pinned a comment. If you want to be part of the random giveaway from time to time, the description is in the pin. The description is in the link to the Google Doc that's pinned to the chat. Let me know if you have any questions. Same thing to Brittany. Brittany, welcome in. There is a pinned comment. If you want to be part of the giveaway, I will be keeping your address if you put your information in here. It's just so I can have an address, and then I have follow-up questions if you want me to notify you or not. Something's getting sent. It's going to be experimentation for merch, random Christmas cards from time to time. I'm just going to put names in a hat and draw out the name for stuff. But earlier this week, I had a root canal. Mama Cat and Brittany, I hope you're all doing well. Same here. No Switch 2 yet for me. But we'll try again soon. Otherwise, I'll wait for my birthday or when Kirby area. I heard a lot of people waiting for Kirby or Donkey Kong. But yeah, it'd be expensive. So, also, this is how many cavities I have. If you ever see an X-ray and you see all this white stuff, that's cavity. That's a filling. Sorry, not a cavity. Filling. Cavities usually like a dark black spot. Filling. I was not the best at flossing growing up. I'm gonna admit that. But I had a good old root canal, and the reason I'm sharing that has to do with this story. So it was the day of the root canal. I don't know. No, I'm sorry. I lied. The day after the root canal, I went back to work. And those that don't know, I work at a college. And I work with students one-on-one. That's all you need to know for the story. I've had a couple root canals. They aren't actually that bad. No. But, Brittany, you know what actually happened? on that second day, my mouth got so watery. Because for everyone that never got a root canal, usually after a root canal, there's supposed to be some kind of a little bit of pain. Not too much. Just enough where you're given ibuprofen or some kind of pain med and on antibiotics, right? Oh my god, my mouth's starting to water thinking about this. I couldn't eat that much. I was hungry. I couldn't eat that much, right? And then people kept walking by my office with food. So I'm starting to drool. But I also was going to eat later on when it came to lunchtime. This is after the day after the root canal. So after the root canal, I was supposed to, you know, relax, work with some students, eat, and then work with some more students. I think this story is one of the stories that not top the wig story, but it's up there. Those that don't know, I went on a date a long time ago where I danced with a lady, very lovely lady, and I flailed my arms around. I flung her wig off her head in the middle of the dance floor. I don't think this story is up to that level, but I want to pause part way through the story. I want to know what you all would have done in this story scenario dealing with the student. Blaze, ooh, I feel I'm about to say this wrong. Blazing cool. Or is it blazon cool? How are you doing? Mashed potatoes saved my teeth after my wisdom teeth. Oh yeah, wisdom teeth is a different league though. But this is for the root canal. I meet with students for my daily work, and I talk to them. And if you can't tell, I love talking to folks. You can't get me to shut up. It just happened to this day after the surgery. Folks were walking by with food non-stop, and my mouth started drooling, right? I'm good. And the first way was, hey, let's go. Do you play AC, by the way? Oh wait, hold on. We're not leaving yet. I need the garbage can. So what happened was I'm talking to my student. I'm hungry, and you can ask my wife this. I'm very loud in person. Even for stream, I try to tamper my voice down so I'm not screaming into the mic like my normal voice is. Put it this way, if you and I were 2 feet away from each other, you could be 30 feet away and hear me talking. I have a loud voice. I've been working on lowering it. But because I have a loud voice, I'm sure you've all had folks in your life where they had a loud voice and they were talking to you. And in this case, so you're my student, you're talking to me, right? I'm talking, yada yada, you should take this class, you take this class. Some phlegm came out of my mouth and landed on the student. The student at this point did not notice. It was in eyesight. I saw it leave and landed. What do you want us to put on the social handle username in? Oh, like I'm Louisa. Like if your name's on Instagram, you could be like Louisa K on Instagram. Or if you were on Discord, you are on Discord, Kirby at Discord. Just a way for me to contact you if needed. Kristen, how are you doing? So, oh, sorry, I said Kirsten. Christian. So, in this story, I was talking to a student and some spit came up and landed on the student. What would you all do? Because at this moment, maybe 2 seconds pop by, you're still talking because you don't want to like make a awkward situation out of it, right? You're still talking about classes, yada yada, take these classes, and your left eye, you're just eyeing the big giant piece of spit. What would you all do? I want to see if anybody would do what I did. I'm just curious. Oh, Christian, I'm sorry. Is this some like ongoing stuff, or is it like new stuff? It sucks either way, but I know a lot of folks have been dealing with stuff and they've been having a handle on it with their personal life, but then all of a sudden, wait, where's my shovel? Oh, there it is. Like new stuff came into life and it's just like, bam, more stuff. Hey, Louisa, thank you. For anyone that's coming in that wants to be part of a random giveaway throughout the year, there is a link in the Google Docs. Good link in the Google Docs. The pinned comment. If you want, oh, there was a noise. If you want to be part of a surprise mailing list, all the information is in the description. Just fill out everything. No one else is gonna see this but me. But usually in the past with the giveaways, I would essentially delete your info afterwards. This time I'm keeping it just for throughout the year for random test merch and stuff. But I'm genuinely curious if anyone, how would you remedy that? It doesn't even have to be a student. Imagine if you're talking with a random, not a random stranger, but someone that you talk to, you know, occasionally, but they're not like your significant other or your boyfriend, right? Or your mom or your dad or your brother, and you end up spitting on them. What would you do? Oh, man. Also, for everyone wondering what I'm doing on the island, I am currently flattening it so we can get it ready for Squid Games. Because Squid Games, conveniently, for those that don't watch the show, is a host of games where, unfortunately, people get offed for losing the game. But it takes place on the island, which is perfection because we also have an island to work on. So my goal today is just to clean up a little bit while we catch up, see how you all are doing, and I'm gonna use you all as a distraction from the little tiny pain I have in my mouth. All right, so let's see. You know what I could do to make it faster is, where is the waist spin? There it is. Mama. This is the worst part. I was waiting for someone to ask that. Hold on, let me see if I can move my hand. Right. Wait, hold on. I hate my VTuber. Sometimes I can't touch that area of the cheek, Mama Cat. That area of the cheek. Like the area of the cheek that's next to your earlobe. So it's not in your peripheral, but it's on the face. That's hard. It was like, it was close. It was one thing. Hair is another thing. I have experience with hair, but like right on the skin. If you could hear, if I could have like an inner dialogue monologue to myself, you would just hear me shrieking the whole time, and they didn't notice. At the time, the student did not notice. At the time, the student did not notice. So obviously, there's a little bit more to the story. All I'm gonna say is, if my life depended on it, I am one of the worst liars on earth. I don't know how those folks that lie instinctually, like at everything, do it. I watched the first episode of Squid Games, couldn't get into it. I did watch Squid Game: The Challenge though, which is the reality show, and that was pretty. You need a strong stomach, Carly. Carly, you need a strong stomach for Squid Games, especially in later on the seasons. It's not a show for everyone. It makes you look at yourself, especially if you get to the last season, like a deep dive into humanity itself. But it's not a show for everyone. But I like the games they play though, and that's why I want to incorporate. And the fact they win money if they play the game, so I want to kind of incorporate that too. But so my first thought when it came to the spitting event is, let me pretend there is a bug flying around, like a fly, mosquito, or something, and I'm gonna try, hit it. And obviously, working for everyone that's never worked in education recently, In the old days was different. In the old days, you could put your hand on a child in terms of like grabbing them, you know, whatever, like grabbing their hands, pulling them over. You rule with them nowadays, you can't put your hand on any of the kids, which is fine. But the issue is, I was trying to figure out how to wipe it off the student's face without her noticing. So I was like, let me come up with that idea of, oh look, there's a bug. Hold still for a second. That was the only thing I could think of. I was like, how do I do this gracefully? How do I do this gracefully? I just filled out the form. Yay! Thanks, Luis. So I did the pause. I was like, wait, hold on. And it was just silence for a second. I was like, I see a bug. And she paused too, thinking there was a bug. What the plan in my head was to, swat away the spit. It did not go according to plan. I put my hand up in the air. And the students started laughing. And because the students started laughing, I started laughing. And I was still hungry. And because I started laughing, a hydrant opened up and just went everywhere. So me trying to cover up the one spit and get that off, end up hitting her with nothing, like a whole entire shower. And at that point, there was no hiding it. I was like, I'm so sorry. Thankfully, she was a good sport, and she laughed so much too. I wish I had a video. Because it was just me trying to hide it, and it ended up being this big giant freaking monsoon of a waterfall that hit her. Oh my god. If I had a camera, y'all see me tearing up right now. Oh yeah, hold on. This is what we need to do. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Flatten the island. So that was story one. So I'm sharing this story with my mom later that day. For those that don't know, my mom is, English is not her best language. She's still learning a lot about the culture in America and around the world. Well, my mom knows a lot. The big thing she knows about me is I love to travel with my wife, right? And that comes to play in the story. When I was driving my mom, well, stuff happens. It does. When I was driving my mom the same day after I was sharing that story with her. Let me see if I can give you a visual. Let's just say this waste bin is my car, right? There is a red light where that cannon is. So obviously we're waiting. And there's some homeless folks over here in this park area with a tent. They're camping. My mom looks over. And the first thing she says to me was, "Hey, look, it's you." I was like, "Huh?" She was like, "Hey, look, no, it's you and your friends and your family." I was like, "What? What, Mom? What are you talking about?" I was genuinely so confused. We were at a red light waiting, and then she looked over at some homeless folks with a campsite, and she was like, "Hey, look, it's you." I was like, "Mom, are you trying to tell me something?" I was like, "Are you trying to tell me something about my future or something?" She said, no, that's you, right? I was like, what do you mean? This is the longest red light ever. She wants you to be, that's the mom's goal right there. I was like, no. What? She said, no, that's you, your wife, and your two friends. And by two friends, they're the friends that are well off-ish. So I was like, what? Ma, they're homeless. When I told her she's homeless in Viet, it was like people without house. That's how I described them. There was a people without house. She said, "Yeah, like you." I was like, "No, Mom, I have a house." If we didn't have a house, I'll be begging you to let me live with you. I was like, she was like, no, 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 you're misunderstanding me. I was like, yeah, please explain. Because my wife and we travel with our friends a lot, she thought when we went to Japan, when we went to Korea in the past, we went to Puerto Rico, we went to Colorado, the times we went to Massachusetts, every time we traveled, she thought that when any of us, when Brittany, when Louisa, when Mama Cat, when Star Chart, when anybody travels, you find a random park and you build a tent, and that's how you live when you travel. She thought every time you saw a campsite, those were vacationers in the area. And she told me, she was like, you should definitely go over there and tell them good spots to visit in the area. I was like, oh my God. She was on the verge of rolling down her window to yell out, like, take the pizza place down the street. I was like, no, Ma, no. I was like, no. Oh, man. I love my mom to death, but there are some moments. Those are some core memory moments right there. Like, could you imagine? Like, imagine if you were homeless, right? And some random Asian lady just walked up to you and was like, hey, you should definitely check out the aquarium down the street. You'd be like, what? Wait, what? Yeah, it's a great spot. I can only imagine how many times she's done that by accident without me knowing to other people when she's by herself. Oh, man. Well, that's my mom for you. Oh, you know what I want to see? Hold on. Let's do a little research. As for building, I would like to get a visual. Animal Crossing Squid Games. I want to see what people built, and we can quote unquote borrow their ideas of designing. Because oh, that's actually, anybody want to volunteer to be the doll? We can have somebody be the doll. Those that don't watch the show, this is a game called Red Light, Green Light, where everyone had to cross the finish line when the doll turned around and said, turn her back around. It said green light. When you said a red light, you're supposed to freeze where you are. If you don't, you know, you get the pew pew. That's one of the games I don't. The doll. Wait, is this the only game? So everyone that played Animal Crossing. Okay, so they built the red light, green light game. Oh my God. Yeah. The design I'm going to do is not going to be this graphic. Okay, I think I know where this game is. But these are just sets, pretty much. Oh, you know what we could do? Hold on. We could... This is what we're going to do. Wait. I'm going to open up Canva real quick. Where is... Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look for this Squid Game thing. Oh, there we are. There it is. Hold on. These were some of the games we came up with last time. But I also wanted to work on... Let's grab a random island. Bird's Eye. Because I would like to do a recruitment station. Okay. And then we'll do sand. Too bad Animal Crossing doesn't look like this. Alright. So that's our island map. I am gonna take the subway scene. Those that don't know, this is how you get recruited into the games. You play a game of this right here, Dachi, where you slap the red and blue thing. That's gonna be at the Dodo Airlines in the very beginning. So that'll be everyone's entrance. And now let's see if we can pull out some of these games over. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday, by the way. And thank you for everyone that came out And those that renewed their membership, much appreciated. Because all your funds for everyone donating is going to help me secure a Switch 2. So thank you. One of my friends, they got a Switch 2 when I played Mario Kart with them for the first time. Okay, yeah, maybe this is not a popular take. When I played it, you know, it was fun. It was Mario Kart. I worked this morning, but I'm glad I'm home. Yay! Wait. Oh, Brittany, yeah. Oh, do you have a late night shift? Oh man, I'm sorry. I just looked at the time. I was like, wait, this is 12. If you just got home now, you worked this. Oh man, that means you worked early, like at 3 a.m. So, wait, what else to say? Oh yeah, my friends that got the Switch 2, they got Mario Kart and we played it. It was fun. But this is my own opinion about Mario Kart. It's not that special of a game, in my opinion. Because once you play one Mario Kart, even from back in the day, it's the same thing, you know? And I was just like, maybe I don't need a Switch 2 right this second. Because that Mario Kart and... Hold on, do I actually have Mario Kart in this Switch? And Mario Kart Deluxe 8 was roughly the same thing, just different characters, different tracks, but it's almost the same thing. And I was like, It's a fun game, don't get me wrong, but I was like, is it worth it to get the new Switch console? So I said I would rather wait until more games come out. Mickey! How are you doing? Oh, Mickey, hold on. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I got something for you. No, just a 4-hour morning shift, 7 a.m. Oh, that's not too bad. I love Mario. Listen, I love Mario Kart. It's just, I don't know. I wish they did more stuff to the game than what they currently have. Just to reinvigorate it. I'm almost got the cash for Switch 2, but the Mario Kart is the only thing I want on it for now. See, maybe because I only played for 30 minutes, I didn't get the full experience. I wish Mario Kart had a little bit more things to do. Because I was told it had an open world. Open world wasn't that open. And that was the one thing I was excited for. Because, how can I put it this way? I wish the game added more stuff to there so it really differentiated itself from the one that's on my current Switch. Because if anything else, right now the new one, like I said, it's just my take on it. It's just more tracks, new characters, and more racers. I was like, I wish they would have done a little bit more, just a tiny bit. But I'm still gonna enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy every single second of it, though. The second I do get to play it. Wait for me. Oh, this is for anybody that just came in, including Mickey. If you want to be part of the random giveaway, not immediately, but throughout the year, in the pinned comment is the Google Docs. I will have your information though, so this is only if you want to participate. From getting Christmas cards, anybody. This, I'm not charging you a single thing. This is more of, hey, I might send you some of my upcoming potential merch to get your thoughts on it. Because I've bought a lot of merch from a lot of streamers at this point. I'm not gonna talk bad about any of the streamers or anything. But some of the merch, some of them are amazing, but some of the quality are, you know, a little lackluster. So, you know what would be a good experiment is if I do a temporary store, don't release it to anybody, order one thing. I already have a lot of like mugs and stuff, so I was like, maybe I can send it to somebody else and actually have them get use out of it, and then get your feedback. It's like, Tron, this one's like missing your eyeball from the picture. Or like a plush, because I might do a plush at one point, or my pet's pillow that Marie has. So depending on what it is, and then all the way at the bottom, I can surprise you with it, or you want, I can give you a heads up in a DM that something's coming your way. So I'll leave it all up to you. If anybody wants to participate in it, no pressure. Just want to put out that option out there. Okay, so that was that. But Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. I did try out Mario Kart World with my husband and friends. I thought it was fun time and ended dominating everyone. I also tried to open the open world for some time and other modes. Wait, am I misunderstanding open world then? For those that actually own the Switch too, or have seen other streamers play Mario Kart, because I only experienced it for 30 minutes. By open world, is it that there's a transition between the races where you get to drive on this like sandy path or grassy path? Is that the open world? Or is open world something completely different? Because when I first heard of open world, I thought it was more of like, I'm gonna drive, there is no first, second place, third place, or anything like that. Just drive around, and then if Star Chart happens to be playing, there's a chance Star Chart might just randomly show up on my screen, and we can race each other. That was my interpretation of what open world was, and I thought that's what they were gonna do. Unless they did do that, and I just didn't play it correctly. There's a mode called Free Roam where you do side missions and collect. Oh. Oh, sorry about that. Wait. I take back. If what Star Chart says right there is what I think it is, I take back everything I said about what Nintendo needed to do with Mario Kart. Because that right there is what I wanted. But I didn't actually experience it when I played with my friends. Yeah, I think that's fun. Okay. So thank you. So for anyone that is a member, much appreciated. For everyone that ever super chatted, I'm gonna take that money, and then hopefully by the time we have enough to get the Switch 2, not only will Mario Kart, we'll be playing a lot of Mario Kart. We'll play Kirby, Donkey Kong, and hopefully, Animal Crossing. Return to City, No Longer Horizons Part 2 comes out. I don't even know what they're gonna even call the new Mario Kart game. I heard there was merch coming out, but I don't know what the merch is. Something, I think it was on Danny's stream, I heard something about them releasing Animal Crossing Crocs. But that's all I remember. Hold on. Let me not do that. So, right now, that was the island cleanup. But what I do need to do is figure out what we're going to be putting. End of August? Ooh, that's... Oh, man. There's so much stuff to buy. But... so little money. So, not to get into politics too much, but you know the Switch 2's price, I think it's $450, right? I heard from one of my annoying YouTube recommendations about all the news stuff going on, Trump's new plan will be including new tariffs to Japan, which is 25%. I want to know if the tariffs will increase the Switch 2 price or not. Because if it does, I think we need to... Anybody that wants to Switch 2 needs to get it sooner than later. Because if it's going to increase like $100, I'd rather... Yeah, no. I'm not going to speak into existence. I'm not going to speak into existence. Switch 2 is going to stay $450. August 26th for the shores. Wait, what shores? Wait, what shores? Wait, Tay and Care, are you actually neighbors? Wait, are you actually legit neighbors? Nice. Okay, hold on. So we got the recruitment. Oh man, that's such a small world. Dang, I think the closest person to me was Nintendo, actually. He lived in the same state I did, but on the opposite side. He was like maybe 45 minutes away from me. But wow. Wait, you know what me asking, did y'all know each other before Animal Crossing? Or do you just happen to just hang out and talk and chat one day? You're like, wait, you're from this city? And Kara's like, wait, you're from this city? Oh, Luisa, you far away from me. It just happened. Kata! How are you doing? Oh, Carrie. Hold on. I'm sorry for everyone that's been here earlier. You're hearing this multiple times. I'm just trying to get the information out there. Carrie, I hope you're doing well. 2, if you're interested, we have this thingy here. We're gonna be experimenting with some merch stuff at one point, and possibly Christmas cards and some other random mailings. If you want, if for Kata and anybody else that just came in, if anybody else want to join the mailing list of getting sent, have items randomly sent to you from time to time, let me know. I'll let you know ahead of time if you want to be surprised or not. Yada yada. Read the description. Let me know if you have any questions. Kind of hope you're doing well. I'm just shortening the description of this every single time I have to say it over because I know everyone's heard it multiple times at this point. Oh, my VTuber's frozen. Hold on. Un momento. Why is my VTuber frozen? Why is my VTuber frozen? Ah, there we go. Oh, man. It's the reason I'm doing it, Brittany, honestly, is because of the way how bad the economy is for a lot of folks. For those that don't know, I work at a college, and when I'm talking to parents, students, and everybody, I know everyone's cutting back on everything. I mean, I talk to other streamers too, and they also share like the memberships they get, the super chats they get are also going down. So I know everyone's getting sad around these times too. So this, my little mailing thing is just, you know, like a little, it's nice when you come home from time to time and get like a mail in a letter in the mail. Well, hopefully not spam, but you know, something like, hey, I've been thinking, it's like this random person thought about you and you're like, oh, hey, chocolate. Kata, thank you for the 17 months. Oh my, everybody I know now as a member is in the double digits. Hey, Danny's online. Oh my god, can we crash Danny's island? Hold on, which Twitch is Danny? Hold on, which Twitch is Danny on? Kata, thank you so much. That is gonna go right to my Switch 2 fund, so thank you. Hey, Kang's on. Oh, Narnia. Okay. We actually might go shopping around Narnia at one point. Also, if you haven't checked out, well, there's so many amazing creators in chat too. But the person we're just looking at, Danny, Canada Crossing, amazing streamer, happens to stream the same time I do on Saturday, so I can only catch a tiny bit of his stream. He's a fellow, oh man, where's Danny from again? Somewhere in North America. I swear, something in Danny's stream this morning, they were talking about like how many phone numbers you actually remember in your head. And when he was talking about that, I said, I know 0. And I said in chat, I said, if I ever, you know, God forbid, get arrested for anything, I would be screwed. Because I wouldn't know a single phone number to call. Because I can't say for all countries, but in America, you're supposed to get 1 free phone call. I was like, but if you don't remember the phone number, who do you call? Or does the police station give you your cell phone back so you can grab the number so you can give them the phone call? But then I saw some folks in chat, they were able to at least remember like their mom's number or somebody else's number. I can't remember anybody's number. Danny is, yeah, see, yeah, Canada, of course. He's also sharing Narnia. Awesome is sharing Narnia, and also now has Oz. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, Narnia, for those that don't know, is Danny's special secret magical switch for the original Switch. I don't think Danny's gonna get a Switch. From what I've heard, Switch 2s you can't really hack or make magical. So I think once Animal Crossing comes out for the new console, I honestly think we all have to play it legitly to get items. Ottawa, I think he's from. I have no idea where that is, Care. Listen, all I know about Canada is north of us, and I owe speeding tickets. That's all. Not speeding tickets, parking tickets. The heat warning is supposed to last until they. Ew. Ew. Oh god, that's way too hot. I think it's East Coast. I'm not sure if anybody ever been to Canada, but if you do go, just a heads up. New York, Boston, a lot of cities near my area, they have a lot of parking signs that says no parking here between these time and this time. Canada, I'm gonna blame Danny for this, even though he has nothing to do with it. Danny's neck of the woods. Oh, that was the area, Brittany. Right there. That's the area. They have so many parking signs that you're pretty much almost guaranteed a ticket whenever you park your dang on car. Because I got so many. Because signs were in French. Some of them were in English. But there was like 8 different signs on the same stick in the same area. So you have to be the detective to figure out where you can park and you can't park. I have my daughter, his half. Oh! I live by. Oh, hold on, let me. Vancouver. Where's this at? Hold on, I have to type in the map. Vancouver map. I have no idea where this is. I typed in Vancouver. It's giving me like the map of the city, but not the. Oh wait, over here. Okay. British Columbia. Oh, so it's this little. Oh, you're so close. Kay, how are you doing? Okay. Can I just say something about Kay? I'm going to talk about Kay for like 10 seconds. Of all the streamers I talk to, everybody I talk to, Kay is the one person I don't know how she does what she does. Some of you probably only know K Daisy as K Daisy, the video game streamer. Kay has like 2 other channels, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kay, you have a full-time job, and you have other stuff on the side. Like, Kay is the definition of hustle culture, and I don't know how she does it. Mathematically, I think Kay gets maybe 3 hours of sleep a day. And Kay pumps out content too. I've not uploaded in a while. I'm falling over this. Of all the streamers, Kay has the gaming channel. Kay has a whole entire. How can I describe it? I'm gonna put in my own words. Kay has this aesthetic channel where you essentially get design ideas, not from in the and across the world, but like in the actual world. It's. I'm gonna leave it as that. home organization, but there's home organization is the focus of the channel, but it's like a feng shui. Kay has like a very organized feng shui setup of making things practical but looking good. That's the word I was looking for. I was like, what's that fancy word? The feng shui. But I've been there before so many years ago when I was like my early teens. It was port destination for a cruise family. Oh, see, I just need to get a different car because I think my car got flagged. So if I ever cross the border with Canada with my car, I think I have to pay all the tickets before I can cross into the country. That's the only issue I have with Canada. I'm not keeping it together, by the way. I'll be back uploading. Hey! I know life is hectic for all of us, and I know it is for Kay, from what Kay just said. But I will say, if Kay didn't share it, I will have you would not know from how Kay is put together. So, just for the record, for anybody that doesn't create content, on the surface level, I call it the Instagram filter. Everyone's life is perfect, but when you look behind the scenes, oh, it's just utter chaos for most of us. But Kay, because you look on, because I follow Kay on Instagram and Twitter and everything. Kay is who I aspire to be, put it that way, for content creation. But I hope everything gets better though, Kay. I can only assume what's going on right now. Oh man, I will be there to play some Mario Kart World when I get home. Hey, one day I'll get to Switch too. Or I could actually, I know other creators are doing this as well, not getting the Switch 2 at all and waiting till, like, not the OLED, but like the Animal Crossing version. I'm a whole mess, don't even. Music kind of took over my life for a while, but I can't complain about that. Hold on. Quick story, because what Kay just said before we end stream. For those that know me, you know I don't know music that well. Tell me why. We had a campus event the other day at my college, and I think I'm a likable person, and because of that, all my students start chanting my name, Trung, Trung, Trung. I was like, huh? They threw me on stage with music. It was karaoke. Kay can sing. Heck, I believe everyone in chat can sing. Louisa, Care, Kata, Brittany, everybody can sing. Star chart. All my students were in front of me. This is the ones that came over this summer to help out with an event. They were all cheering me on. I was like, you don't want this. And everyone kept saying, you can do it, you can do it. Y'all, the 10 words I said out of my mouth to one of the songs that was in the karaoke, half of the crowd dispersed, and the other half were my students. They're going, sorry, what Kay just said just reminded me what happened a few weeks ago. I forgot to tell you all. It was so bad. The fact when I opened my mouth, half the crowd dispersed. I did have thoughts of doing that. I haven't done it on one where you get a system specifically designed for Animal Crossing. But the question is, will they increase the price? I'm the second worst singer my husband has ever. I'll tell you and I, we can start a whole band. That's some people's worst nightmare. It's just like the peer pressure also on top of that. I'm going to start a new Animal Crossing playthrough on this. I'm gonna do, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna end stream so I can do my calculation of my finances and figure out when to get a Switch to. But before we leave, and for everyone that was here already, you're gonna get a repeat of my pitch. If you have a P.O. box, for example, if anybody wants some free merch, some free Christmas cards, some free random stuff, pinned comment is the Google form where you can sign up. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to pay a single thing. Just random stuff I'm gonna test from time to time. I'll send you some stuff. Heck, I might even send you a Snickers bar if you're not allergic to it. Pinned comment. My kids begged me not to sing when they were younger. I heard they, oh no. Okay, so me, Tay, and Kata, we are gonna be the backup singers. That's gonna be fixed by Cleo, because Cleo's gonna make all our voices magical to Kay. Okay, if you want to participate, let me know. There will be a prize. I'm gonna guarantee there's not gonna be a prize, but we gotta flatten the island first. And what I'm gonna do is, while I figure out my finances, I'm gonna flatten the island. So next week, hopefully by then the island will be fully flat. We can actually design stuff. I forgot to put you get a hold of me, but you know where I am. Yeah, Brittany, I got you. So everyone that came out, everyone that stopped by, everyone that became members, donated, everything. Thank you all so much. And to all the VOD watchers, go check out Kay. Go check out Star Chart. I was gonna say Kata, but Kata doesn't have a channel. But Kata should have a channel. Care, everybody. Thank you all so much. I'll see you next Saturday. Ciao, everybody. Thank you for coming by, everybody. You're the best. VTuber heart. Even though I'm making it hard with my hand, VTuber's not picking it up. Bye. Ciao. I need to fix this VTuber.